Hey, Scott, Tesla filing with the SEC that it plans to do a 3-for-1 stock split. Now, this is not a surprise. The company indicated earlier this year that there would be a stock split coming at some point this year. This is a company that right now it is dominating the EV market here in the United States. It'll ramp up in China. A lot of people look at this company and say they are primed to really grow if we do not see a major recession, because the rotation into EVs, it is accelerating.
In this video, as the stock market implodes, Tesla has filed a form with the SEC, paving the way for a Tesla stock split, meaning we're all going to be rich and have 3 times as many shares. Wait, that's not how it works, is it? Shit. I'll keep things fairly brief. We'll run through a few highlights from Tesla's SEC filing. Imagine that. Highlights in an SEC filing. But for real. I'll also talk about what this does mean for Tesla stock, what this doesn't mean for Tesla stock, what this could mean for Tesla stock, and why this shouldn't really have an impact on Tesla stock, but probably will. So let's get into the video. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store, so check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. First things first, Tesla stock, along with the rest of the stock market, getting absolutely smoked today, down over 3%, closing at a meme-worthy $696.69. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Interestingly, Tesla's lifetime return since IPO, up $692.85. The Nasdaq 100 down more than 3.5% today. Amazon down almost 6%. Apple stock down almost 4%. Google's parent company Alphabet down over 3%. Rivian stock down almost 2%. Lucid stock down 4.5%. Why? One word: inflation. Should this affect the price of Tesla stock or other companies? No, not really. But I'm not the one doing the buying and selling in the stock market, so hey, don't look at me. And now, a quick piece on CNBC discussing the Tesla stock split, then we'll look at the filing and I'll discuss some of the implications for Tesla stock and Tesla shareholders.
Hey Scott, Tesla filing with the SEC that it plans to do a 3-for-1 stock split. Now, this is not a surprise. The company indicated earlier this year that there would be a stock split coming at some point this year, and most expected that we would probably see it relatively close to the summertime. So what we have is Tesla doing a 3-for-1 stock split. And this is something they have forecasted for some time that they planned on doing. So again, Tesla 3-for-1 split. We'll get more details in a little bit here in terms of when the split is effective.
Man, we've been wondering, since the Amazon split went into effect earlier this week, who was going to be next? What do you make of the timing, Phil? I know you alluded to the fact that, I think you said something to the effect of we thought it would come in the early summer time. Why now? What does it mean that they're doing it now?
No insight into why they're doing it right now, if there is a strategic reason to do it now as opposed to waiting another month or two. So there's no way of saying exactly why they're doing it right now. But it was widely anticipated. In fact, if you talk with analysts, more than a few said to me, look, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this happen, sometime before July or August.
Yeah, and the stocks obviously come down a long way as well, Phil, right? We're talking north of $1,000, so it's.
Oh, absolutely.
And look, you got the whole Twitter overhang, and there's been a lot of hangover on the stock regarding that whole drama, I suppose you'd call it. So the stock's already come down a lot. It
has, and the curious thing will be how much will this lessen volatility with Tesla shares? Remember, after the last split, everybody said, oh, you're going to see a lot less volatility. Well, I think we can go back and say we may have seen a little bit less than what we might have expected, but it was still there dramatically over the last year and a half. I can't remember the exact timing of the last split. So I will be curious to see what impact this has once it actually goes into effect. There's no doubt that the sell-off is due to the fact that people are saying, look, tech stocks, higher interest rates are going to have an impact. But keep this in mind, Scott. This is a company that right now it is dominating the EV market here in the United States. It'll ramp up in China. A lot of people look at this company and say they are primed to really grow if we do not see a major recession, because the rotation into EVs, it is accelerating.
Nice to hear. Once again, CNBC acknowledging Tesla is absolutely dominating in a league of their own, blah, 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 blah. They're finally starting to get it. So let's read a couple of highlights from Tesla's filing with the SEC. Now, I know this is tiny. I was in the pool, okay? Don't judge me, all right? Good. The authorized shares amendment provides for an increase in the number of authorized shares of Tesla's common stock from 2 billion shares to 6 billion shares. In other words, tripling the number of available shares. Quote, our success depends on attracting and retaining excellent talent, not only through providing a respectful, safe, inclusive, and equitable workplace, but also through offering outstanding benefits and highly competitive compensation packages. Unlike other manufacturers, I love the fact that Tesla has taken the opportunity in this official SEC filing to lay a cable over the face of the other automotive manufacturers. They didn't need to say this, but they did say it. Unlike other manufacturers, we offer every employee the option of receiving equity. Since our stock split in August 2020 to June 6, 2022, our stock price has risen 43.5%. While this value appreciation has led to our employees benefiting enormously through the years, we want to make sure all employees, no matter when they join, have access to the same advantages. Now, this is a very important point to understand. This is the primary reason why Tesla is doing the stock split. If you're unsure how this applies, why this is relevant, it's quite simple. Tesla employees can't buy fractional shares. The minimum amount of Tesla stock they can buy, 1. So the higher the share price, the less frequently they're able to purchase Tesla stock. If you need to come up with $1,000 versus $500 versus $5,000 versus $250, it makes a massive difference. We believe the stock split would help reset the market price of our common stock so that our employees will have more flexibility in managing their equity, all of which, in our view, may help maximize stockholder value. And interestingly, my favorite line from the entire filing. In addition, as retail investors have expressed a high level of interest in investing in our stock, imagine that, a company who has multiple dedicated channels on YouTube alone just to discussing this stock has high level of retail interest. We believe the stock split will also make our common stock more accessible to our retail shareholders. Again, this is a fair point. Not all investors have access to fractional shares. There's a lot of young investors. I read the comments, every single comment on this channel. There's a load of people who aren't even out of high school yet wanting to invest in Tesla, currently investing in the company, super proud to have got their first share, maybe their second or third. This will make a big difference for people who don't have the budget to just go out and buy a dozen shares at a time. Let's read this tweet from Gary Black, who you should all be following on Twitter. Tesla announced a 3-for-1 stock split to be approved at the annual general meeting. I'm old enough to remember what happened in August 2020 when Tesla announced a 5-for-1 stock split on the 11th of August, which became effective on the 31st of August. During those 20 days, Tesla stock rose 81.3% versus the NASDAQ 100 up a little over 11%. Just to orient you guys on this Bloomberg shot down the bottom, stock split announced, Tesla, now split adjusted, was at $274. 20 days later, almost $500. Absolutely insane. That being said, I don't think the stock split had much to do with this stratospheric rise in the price of Tesla stock. There were a confluence of other factors at the same time. I think the stock split was the default excuse why Tesla stock surged, and sure, maybe it had a tiny impact, but I really think there were completely unrelated factors at play. Could this happen again? Could Tesla stock surge another 80% on news of a stock split? Unlikely, but possible. I think it's more likely that we might, maybe, if we're lucky, see a double-digit percent rise on this news. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, we see Tesla stock up 5, 7, 10%, or it could be down 35%. I have absolutely no fucking idea. I will tell you, from my point of view, I hope Tesla stock goes nowhere on this news. In fact, I hope it crashes further. I hope there's more bad news in the macro environment that has nothing to do with Tesla or their execution that continues to pummel the stock, because I'm still buying with every spare cent. I'd much rather be buying with Tesla stock now in the high 600s than in the $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,100, $1,200 range or even higher. Of course, I'll take what I can get. I just buy when I have money, something that I currently have a severe lack thereof. But I am praying to the flying spaghetti monster that more factors unrelated to Tesla continue to pound the stock price lower. I'll be fairly surprised if we see Tesla stock move even close to 80%, but look, I'm not the one buying and selling in the stock market, so hey, it ain't up to me. There's definitely a possibility we get a bit of a flywheel effect, not only from people hearing about Tesla stock, but many big funds trying to get in front of the trade. If they think Tesla stock's going to go up on news of the stock split, maybe they buy a bunch, sell for a short-term profit. So we could see Tesla stock become extremely volatile in the coming weeks. Not that it hasn't already been extremely volatile all fucking year, in fact, all fucking decade. So yeah, business as usual, I guess. One thing that is worth noting, the cheaper the sticker price is for Tesla stock, the cheaper a single share can be purchased, the cheaper Tesla stock options contracts are, which can cause enormous volatility in the stock. So that is something to keep an eye on. Options are not accessible to most retail investors. A single contract at this point in time is more than most retail investors have to throw around and potentially lose. But if Tesla stock's effectively a third the price, that means options contracts are effectively a third the price, meaning many more people can afford to gamble on Tesla stock options. One more tweet from Gary Black here, quote, critics say stock splits add no value. which is true. But empirical research shows otherwise. I remain skeptical. Bank of America found that companies who split their stocks outperform those that don't by 16 percentage points in the year following the split. CEOs splitting their stocks are likely more optimistic than those that don't. Now, this is a fair point. This is one of those chicken and egg scenarios. Is a company's stock outperforming in the year following a stock split because the stock split, or because the company thought, we're absolutely slaying it. Our stock price is likely to continue surging higher. Let's split it so more investors can access the stock. I personally think it's the latter. Companies who are highly confident in their future execution and growth prospects are more likely to announce a stock split and then outperform in the coming months because they knew they were absolutely slaying it, hence the stock split in the first place. The last thing you want to do as a company is announce a stock split, cut your stock in 2 or 3, and then have the stock price drop significantly. And what we're looking at here, companies have outperformed the S&P 500 by 16.3% after split announcements. We're looking at average performance of companies that have announced splits since 1980. So this is all companies that have announced stock splits over the last 42 years. Fancy that. In the 3 months following stock split announcements, you got the S&P up 2.5% on average versus 7.8% for the company announcing stock splits. Over the 6 months, S&P 4.4% versus companies announcing stock splits 13.9%. And in the following 12 months, S&P up about 9.1% on average versus companies who announced a stock split up over 25%. So a quick recap, although the stock split isn't official yet, Tesla's just taken the first step, issuing more shares, which still needs shareholder approval, but obviously this will be approved. The stock split is a done deal, just a matter of time. Second, this is going to draw a lot of attention to Tesla stock. It's going to be all over the media on Monday and probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is likely to increase options activity on Tesla stock once the stock split occurs, and it's definitely possible some big funds, some big money on Wall Street try to get in front of this trade, think that they can make a short-term profit by buying Tesla stock, expecting it to go up in the short term, then dump the stock. Translation, Tesla likely to be extremely volatile in the coming days and weeks, which is literally nothing new. And although this shouldn't have a meaningful impact on the price of Tesla stock, it's anyone's guess as to what happens. But this is a very strong sign from Tesla management that the company is very confident in the continued execution and total dominance. Also, not surprising, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm still buying Tesla stock with every spare cent. So I know hope isn't a strategy, but I am really hoping that the stock does absolutely nothing on this news, but I'll be surprised if that's the case. That being said, I really want to emphasize, the next few weeks could be extremely volatile for Tesla stock. What's new? I'd love to know what you guys and girls think. First of all, are you on board? Do you support Tesla splitting their stock again? Second of all, what do you think is going to happen to Tesla stock in the days and weeks following this announcement? Could we see another 80% surge? Will the stock collapse? Somewhere in between? All of the above? Let me know your thoughts below. And lastly, don't forget you can join Patreon with the card in the corner or the link at the pinned comment. Clearly, with the Tesla stock split, every single one of my Tesla stock price targets is going to be adjusted accordingly. Obviously, nothing actually changes in the scheme of things, but if there's 3 times as many shares, that means my price targets will all be 1/3 their current number. So sign up to Patreon with the card in the corner or the link at the pinned comment to access my Tesla stock price targets, plus well over 100 exclusive videos, loads of other exclusive content and perks. So, see you over on Patreon. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. I read every single comment on this channel and I really appreciate your feedback. So if you've got any thoughts on today's video, questions, comments, or suggestions for a new video, let me know in the comments below. Check the cards on screen now to browse the merch store, join Patreon, or watch the next video.